Hello everybody, this is Tara from My Artsy Mind, and I am coming to you today with a craft with me. I'm going to be working on my next junk journal, and I'm going to be using the same papers as I used for these here, the Asian inspired, because I just have a little bit left and I really want to use them up. So let's see. I'm going to work through some of this with you guys on camera and some of it off. But I'm going to see if I can pull together. So I've got, this is some stuff that came with the kit. Little embellishments, chipboard pieces, some flowers. This is a stencil that came with it. And these are some rub-on transfers. So I'm also going to try to use the packaging, what I can, and the little clear sheets too. Let's see what I can come up with. There wasn't a ton. Let's see, I've got some stuff I pulled out to add in, including some junk mail pieces. I didn't have a whole lot of this paper left. So, what's going on back there? Okay, there we go. Let's see, here we go. So this is, I'm gonna pull these little pieces aside. There we go. Here's a piece of mailing packaging, and it wasn't quite long enough to give me the, what am I saying, the spine, so I'm going to make that out of a separate piece because I want the spine about 2 inches. And so what I'm going to do is, let's see, pull these out. Here we go. I'm going to cover each of these pages, or each of these pieces. The front cover is going to get covered with this, and then this is the piece I'm going to use to decorate the front with. So that red will be peeking around it, which I think will be very pretty. And the back piece I'm going to cover with this one. And then these two will be the inside pieces of the cover. So I've got that figured out, and I'll probably do that today with you guys. And then I also have the pieces picked out for each of my signatures. So each signature, I like to have, I'm going to have three signatures. I like to have each signature have a firmer cover. So I'll be using that one, and this one for the signature covers. And I've got 9 sheets set aside for each signature. Some coffee dyed paper, some ink dyed papers that I did, and this one's, the green seemed to match well, so this accounting paper, and I've got some music sheet too that I'm going to use in the signatures. So they'll all be very similar, some similar stuff. So that will be the signatures. And then I'll be using basically the leftover pieces, for decorating. There's some specific pieces that I can cut out for some cards. So I'll be doing that. And I had both the 12 by 12 and the, I believe that was the 8 by 8. Yeah, 8 by 8 pieces. So I'll have some variety in sizes there to play with. And then I got some fabric that I've used here and there that I think will go well with it. I have more of the black too. I think I'll incorporate that as well. So it'll be 3 different types of, or 3 different colors of fabric that I'll play with in there. All right, so I'm going to get this put aside. And let's go ahead and start covering, or at least do the front cover. I'm going to try to keep these as shorter. I know I tend to have long videos, but let's see if I can't keep them a little bit shorter. All right, so let's see what we can do here. So I'd like to be able to preserve some of this paper, and that way I have a little piece to play with, because they are double-sided and the back sides are so pretty. All right, so let's see here. I don't need much to cover the front, so I think what I will do is, let me measure that up. I'm gonna cut this down. I think that'll be plenty. So how much does that come? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could safely take 3 inches off of that. Okay, so let me do it this way. Maybe I don't quite have a ruler long enough to rip the whole thing. But let's see what I can do here. Oh yeah, I do. Aha, duh. This one does go a little bit wider. Cool. There we go. So that gives me this little piece to play with. And let's see. I like that there, so maybe I'll use this side. Let's see, I've got 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do about 4 inches on this side. So the 5, oops. There, and there, now I have that little piece to play with. Nice. Okay. So I am not going to miter the corners. I'm just going to fold each corner down. But first, first I'm going to just do this. Just to kind of get them pre-folded. Let's make sure I'm still in view. So it's definitely no exact science here, just kind of winging it. There. So with those in, I think what I'll do is glue them down first. And I have been actually using Elmer's glue a lot lately. It just seems to, I mean, it takes a little longer to dry, but it really does hold well. And it's definitely more cost effective. So that is what I've been using. As long as you don't put it on too thick, it seems to grab quicker as well. Just kind of smooth it out. That also helps. Hold that down. There. Now with those down, what I'm going to do is kind of pre-fold these edges. I'm going to pre-fold these edges. I still have to get my spine figured out, but I'm going to be using a piece of cloth to help bind all that together in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and completely cover the front and the back. There we go. And then the spine will be attached with fabric both from the outside and the inside. I think the fabric and will be plenty to secure it to all together. So I opted to cover this 100% like this to wrap it because even though I'm using, you know, recyclable materials and the junk mail stuff, I just didn't want it to look as junk journal-ish. I wanted it to be a little cleaner, look more like just a journal. So there we go. That's super pretty. I think that was the top piece. I think it goes like this. Yeah, I think that's the piece. Yeah. All right, so this is my up. Not that that'll matter. That won't show once I put the back side on, but even though I can't read it, somebody else might be able to. I don't want it to be upside down. Okay, so I'm still in frame. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna pop a little glue underneath. Glue underneath. So I know that that glue won't dry immediately, but put a little bit right there. But I do also want to keep moving along on this. So I'll stick that on there while I work on this spot. Next, sometimes I wonder if I keep a few heavy objects around. There we go. That's working. Okay. Keep that corner down at least. So I will also use a combination of the Elmer's glue and something like glitter glue, which I will do for this next part, so you can see how I do that. And really, part of that is just, you know, to save a little money on supplies, because I'll use less of the glitter glue and use the Elmer's glue or the wet glue for the bulk of the work. Oops, sorry for the shaking. See if I can see the time here. Oh, that's not bad. Not even 15 minutes in, almost, but not quite. Okay, so let's nail those down. Let's see. So this is for the outside, but for the inside, there we go. I was gonna choose this one because I thought that would be awful pretty. this way. So if this is up, then I want this to be here, like this. So I'm going to be taking off, what is that? Maybe, oops. Like 3/4 of an inch, I think. So that's 3/4 of an inch there. And about 2 inches in that direction. So let's go ahead and do that first. Get these 2 inches off first, because that's a nice little piece and I can use that. Two. And then it was 3/4 of an inch off the top. There we go. Cool. So the question is, I haven't decided, do I, oop. Yeah, that will, not quite gonna quite hit it, is it? All right, I might have to take it down just a tiny bit more. I think at least yeah, I think 1/4 of an inch. So let's see if I can do this like this. Like I said, this is definitely not an exact science. So I'll line this up where I want it and hold it nice and steady and hope that this will tear without popping out. Okay, and I got a nice little tiny piece there. Let's see, is that going to work now? Yes, that is going to work. All right, so I also want to rough up this edge and the bottom edge, since these are nice and rough. It'll take ink really well. So I'm going to do the same thing, or rough up these edges. And I am going to use the black. Now this pad, it's so funny, it's kind of gotten sticky in my, I'm pretty sure this pad is fairly new, I just put it on, but it keeps sticking to my pad. It's the strangest thing. See, look at that. Very weird. All right, well, we're gonna ink this a bit. So yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these videos. I'm kind of curious what you guys have all been up to. Which one of you guys are just watching? Which one of you all does your own crafty goodness? It has been some beautiful weather here, even though it's fall and moving into the holidays. We've actually had some pretty warm weather, high 60s, low 70s, upstate New York. We had a beautiful full moon, and what was it, the eclipse, the lunar eclipse that last night or early this morning. It's pretty amazing. So yeah, we've had some beautiful weather. Okay, so there we go. That's gonna go on there. That's the up. All right, so this is what I do to make the art glitter glue go a little further. I will take this one the Elmer's glue or the wet glue, and I will definitely run it through the center. And then I will also real quick kind of smooth it out so that it's not any obvious lumps or bumps. I try to work quickly through this because the Elmer's glue will dry, but I'll just run the glitter glue along the outside edge. It'll secure faster, and that way I can move on, because I am a little impatient. There we go. Excellent. So I am going to, that's drip bugging me. I hate it when it gets all crusty on the edge. There we go. Now I'd like to get a dry, here we go, a dry cloth to help press that in. There. That's so pretty. All right, so let's see. Let's do the outside of the cover real quick. This is the paper I was going to use for the outside cover. And it's just so pretty. I gotta remember too that there's going to be fabric coming in over this, but that's okay. I don't mind any of that getting covered. This is very pretty. I am going to decide where I want to tear this. How much of that do I want to show? It is awful pretty paper, but I do want more of this image to be there. I think that works. Okay, so that means I'm probably going to tear this somewhere close, somewhere in there. So let's see, what is that? 1, 2.5. Yeah, about the 2.5 mark. Oops. 1, 2.5. And I love the color on the back of this paper. It's a shame to cover it, but I just love that image there with the little birds. Super sweet. All right, so we'll keep that. And let's go ahead and that looks about right. And there we go. Super cute. All right, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to rough up these edges here. Whoops, that's all right. That's okay. It doesn't matter if it's torn. It's all going to get glued down anyways. Okay. So, get this bad boy inked. Come on. I might even ink that edge there. That way it looks a little more purposeful. Ah, come on now. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's put this aside. And we're going to do the same thing. Glue towards the, more towards the inside. And smear it into place so it's a little smoother. And then a quick bead of the glitter glue around the outside. Oops, come on. And then quickly excuse my head. I think my head just got in the way. All right, so let's get that pressed into place. Gosh, that's pretty. All right, excellent. So what I would like to also do is take a peek at some of the other things I have. This is the front cover of the junk journal, or journal. I'm wondering about adding some of this stuff, something to give it a little more depth. Let's see what we got. We've got all kinds of fun little things. Oh, I still got her. Ooh. I hate to cover up the birds, but maybe I'll save her for something else. I like the little birds. Oh, I do like that dragonfly. Maybe I'll put that in there. Somewhere in there. I just don't know. If I put anything there, I would want to wait until after I put the fabric down. Although that's kind of pretty, isn't it? I kind of like that. What about one of these? These kind of came with the kit, but I don't necessarily think that it really goes color-wise. I don't care for the pink so much. So I may or may not end up using these. Put those aside. I definitely kind of like what's going on here, and I might even put some fabric behind them. So I'm going to give this some thought before before I make anything permanent, and decide on the fabric that I want to use as well. Oh, there's all kinds of little goodies in here. Gosh, that one's pretty too. That actually goes better with that, doesn't it? Color wise. I'll bring that color in. It's kind of glary. I don't know if it's glary for you guys, but I know at my angle it's pretty glary. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like that. All right, I think I'm going to choose those, but I'm still going to look at some fabric pieces to play with. And I'm also going to wrap the back cover as well, and then I will come back and we will do the spine together, but that's probably going to wait because I do kind of want to, I don't know, we'll see. We'll do the spine together, definitely. We'll do the spine together because that way you can see how I do that and then cover it with the fabric. All right. I think that's we're going to call it quits today on this. Thank you guys for joining me. I think I actually kept it fairly short and sweet today. So you all have a wonderful day, and if you can, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, give me a subscribe, and I will be seeing you around. Bye.